Hey, what's going on? This is Jamie Supertramp, and I'm going to talk to you about my time in Germany. So, I'm here in Constance still, of course, and it's been a pretty fun month. I haven't really updated since my birthday, except for a couple tech pitches I did, so not really Germany-related things on the channel, but today I'm just going to talk about some German things. So, let's start with last week there was a tornado, and I get out of the uni and I go to my bike, and it looks like some vandal had just thrown my bike in rage, and all the other bikes surrounding were just laying on the ground. It was as if all the humans just disappeared suddenly, and all the bikes just fell. It was pretty funny to see. And then let's see, this past weekend was, well, a couple good things. Hockey. I played hockey again. I've played at least 4 times this month, and I'm getting better, working on the wrist shot, but it takes quite a bit of technique. I played this really fun game of 4-on-4 the other day, playing with some really good people, way better than me. But what was funny is I think because I was maybe the weaker link, I got to do all of the shooting. They would feed the puck to me, and I scored at least 5 times in a really competitive game. So I'm pumped about that. And then what else is going on? Oh, there's a snowboarding trip to Brandertal. That's a mountain in Austria. And that was an adventure, man. I'm leaving the house at 5:30 a.m. and I see this dude in ski gear just running, sprinting, and he just looks so funny. And I'm like, I should probably hurry too. So I follow him to the bus. I get on the bus, and sure enough, it's all people with the ski and snowboard gear. It was such a sight. I might have stolen a quick picture. I'll see if I did, but it was really something memorable. And then you just see these people in the wee hours of the morning just marching like a little army of snowboarders and skiers to the mountain. So that was cool. And then there were 3 big buses full, and I met up with some people I know there. And then when we finally got to the mountain, Brandertal, it was freaking beautiful. I've been to some really nice mountains, and this one was just bigger. Everything was scaled up. It was so beautiful, and we were above the clouds. So that's why the sky was so blue. We were above the clouds. The conditions were very hard packed, so we were flying. I was with a friend of mine from the Czech Republic, and we were just zooming so fast, and miraculously, I didn't fall. I was in disbelief the whole day. I didn't want to jinx it, but I didn't even fall one time, which is good because it would have hurt. It would have been like falling on asphalt. So it was a really good day, and at the very end, I discovered a terrain park. But that snowboarding trip was so freaking fun. So there's been snowboarding, there's been hockey, and there has been a lot of parties. Let me rewind to last week or the week before. There was this special thing. What's so cool is the university here sponsors a bunch of parties. There's this Erasmus integration program. It's called LEI. And by the way, Erasmus is just the exchange program between all the European countries. I think for the most part they can exchange freely and study at whatever uni they want. As Americans, we got to do a little bit more work, but if you're coming from UMass, it's not too hard. So they booked the entire club. I might have talked about Gray. That's a really cool nightclub around here. And they booked an entire dance floor there. So it was so cool because it's like going to a club minus all the random people and add in only people you know. It's just so cool because frats never became a thing here. Everyone can just go to the club and drink, and you don't need a dedicated house in which to have a party. You can just book a nightclub and then fill it with your friends from school. So that is kind of a cultural thing that I think is much better. But there were other parties too. I felt kind of obligated to go to this party of my upstairs neighbors, these Irish girls, because someone said it was their birthday. But then upon me going there, I learned that their birthdays weren't for another month. They just wanted to have a party. But it was still a lot of fun. And then there was another going away party for sort of an acquaintance of mine who I just recently met. And during the goodbye party, I did get pretty sentimental just because it is such a special thing to be with people from all over the world. There's nothing like it. I'm friends with a lot of Romanians, and luckily they're not all leaving. So pretty much everyone who I've been getting to know and like over the last 5 months, it's time for me to ask them, hey, are you here for the whole year or are you going to go by? And it is really sad. Well, it's sad because it was so happy being here, and I'm happy that I'm here for the whole year. All right, so that's it for today's update on my Germany study abroad. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Pretty mountain, cool. Look at that, pretty mountain. Ski lift. Person, it's so big because it's zoomed in. More pretty mountains. Look at that. I'm pretty sunburnt. All right.